What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. This is the 24 pulling season in review. At the end of last year, we started off a little rough. We noticed a little bit of coolant getting into the oil, so we made the decision to pull the motor. I had it at another shop, and there you can see we wound up getting some coolant in the oil. If this was left alone, it could cause major engine failure. So we started tearing it apart. Notice that on the number 1 cylinder, we had coolant seeping through the cylinder wall. The head looked great, but we sent it out and had it redone anyways. Here you can see the crank looked okay. After inspection, we pulled the hood and got ready to pull the engine. Once removed, we moved on to the next step, which was building a box to contain all the parts and getting everything loaded to move shops again. I had to get the truck out of the shop where it was at, so we loaded everything on the trailer, took the engine and the parts to the rebuild guy, took the transmission to get gone through, and then had the radiator redone. There's the old girl sitting, waiting to be towed. Had to get it towed up to the new place. There's the motor, completely redone, new internals. Pretty excited about that. At this point though, I had broken my shoulder and I had to recruit some help to get it installed. I was back moving, but we had it nestled into its new place and ready for the motor install. There she is.
Don't pick it up any further than you want it to fall.
Right. Listen, if it was a normal size engine, I wouldn't have recruited you guys to come help me. That's what you do. Side to side, I must be. I don't know if we got to go forward or back. I can't see the hole. After a little bit of struggling, we got her put in there. It wasn't the easiest, but we got it all nestled down in there. Flywheel resurfaced. Took a little bit off that, looks good. And the brand new clutch, got it right there. Dual disc. That went really well. I ain't setting this freaking thing back down. There, look at it. Please. Okay, so I gotta put the installation tool in, which is a homemade input shaft. Installation tool. I've got the intermediate and the other clutch disc on, so I think I got my centering pins. I've got to try to lift all this up in there. It's nice and light. This morning, we're going to attempt to put the trans up in there. I'm at Sketchy Jack. Quick update. We got it on the sketchy jack. And we got it close. Looks even all the way around. We're gonna try to pull it in a little bit. See what happens. Update. We're so close. Ratchet straps are everywhere. Pulling on it. We're getting there. I think we got the splines lined up. Trying to make sure this gap stays even between the trans and the bell housing. Well, what a cluster that was. She's in, boys. Hanging on her own wing. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little sketchy. But that old girl, rated for 758 pounds, and that is 650 pounds. I think we did a pretty good job.
Drive shafts are nice and light.
Just kidding. That was the wrong hole. Ah. Oh. Woo. That's what I was trying to line up. That bolt. And we got that one on back there. And now we got a drive line. Just gotta torque all them bad boys down and on to the next one. Here she is with the new stacks before we put the hood on. Dad helped me line up the exhaust, running the coolant piping and the air-to-air. New radiator installed, checking out the wiring, trying to figure out what goes where. Doing some quick measurements for the intake piping for the turbo, for the inlet. We ran to a scrap yard. We picked up this battery box because I had to relocate them for the stacks, and it fit perfectly on the frame because it came off in International, so it was looking pretty cool there. Ran some more intake piping on the other side, got the fuel filters all on and mounted. After years of working on this thing, broken shoulders, setbacks, garage moves, I'm going to try to fire it. We tried the other day, it didn't run. Worked with the wiring, we'll see where she's at.
This way from South Truck, getting that class of mixed vehicles. So we'll see what we can do here in the street side division. Matt Ross and Alberta, Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to another video of my truck's broken, it needs fixed. Take you guys along for the ride. We just unbolted them off the brackets, loosened those clamps and laid the stacks back. But I guess when you add a ton more horsepower, then you start breaking stuff. So now we get the fun time of pulling the transmission out. My good buddy got me a jack so I could borrow it. It's going back to him from old Harbor Freight. I'm gonna see how she does pulling out a 13-speed trans. So we've got every tool I think we might need, and I'll probably have to make trips down to the toolbox. Get up under there and start ripping and tearing. Woohoo! I don't know about you boys, but looks like this was just installed. I guess that's what you get for romping on it. So we gotta take them bolts off. We gotta take the clutch linkage off. We gotta take this line off. It's a cooler line. We gotta drop all these brackets. Gotta take the drive shaft. And then we gotta undo the air tank. So real quick like. Not. Drive shaft bolts removed. Onto these cross braces. Okay, got the air tank out. There's the other cross member. Air tank out, all lines disconnected except that big one. It's really rusty. I'm not gonna mess with it, it's out of the way enough. Because we're gonna attempt to pull the cooler line and see if anything comes out. It's all sparkly and such. Hopefully I don't get in your way too much. That's much more better. Hopefully it looks like nice clean oil and there's no problems. Most lovely. It's just a twisted shaft. And it's gonna get cheap fixed. And when we take this off, it's gonna be like, wow, I should have saved this oil because it looks so good. Actually, the oil does look really good, which is encouraging. I mean, if I drove it home 2 hours, locked in a gear, and something was broken in there, I feel like there should be chunks of metal shavings in there. And there is not, so that is a good thing. Now the oil pan was not clean, but I can show you. That oil don't look bad at all. There's no sparklies in it. So, good things, good things. Okay, so we got the shift tower off, laying there, all the lines disconnected. And now we're attempting to get these 4 bolts out so we can pull the shift tower completely off. Just in case none of you seen what it looks like inside of the top of the shift tower, this is the small plate you can remove. And you can kind of see some of the gears down in there. But now we've got to take off the bell housing bolts. There's the bell housing bolts. We got to whip all them off. Top cooler line, and I think then we're ready to put the jack under and try to get it out. Got our new Harbor Freight jack, thanks to Vince. He's the man. We're gonna get her up under there, get it mocked up and see what she looks like. Hopefully it's supposed to hold 2,000 pounds. That trans only weighs about 650, so let's go from there. All right, we got the jack up under there. We've got the ratchet strap, safety strap. We're gonna get a few more bolts loose, and I think I gotta take this drive shaft off. I forgot this isn't the one that slides, so I gotta unbolt it and slip it out of the way. I'll try to give it a little pull back. Let's go through the door. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. It'll start to move. If I put my leg over here, this leg here. Oh, son. Oh, son. Oh, we must be catching a little up front there. Baby. Oh, baby. Not pushing on the trans. Just steady it.
It's just like a big baby. A fuel texture. Used for something. Oh, bollocks. Will you call me this way, please? I'll need you to get out of there. You don't walk anymore. I see what your problem is. You're gonna fall on my foot, aren't you? Don't do that. Because I need to be able to walk and push these levers and all the steam shut off. This is really awkward. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This transmission is now free. She's heavy. Oh, baby. I feel like I just put that thing in there not long ago. Oh, I did just put it in there. Okay. Well, and there you have it. 3 easy steps on how to pull out your transmission. That's a lie, there was a lot more than 3. Update coming soon.
Here was my first look into the transmission. Couldn't really see anything. And then we found it out it was a twisted shaft, which was crazy. Installation day.
What's these goofballs doing, Matt?
As you can see, that display of it puking out onto the track was a fuel issue. We got it going, and this is our ride home. And then we realized that we had some kind of fuel contamination out of the filters. As you can see, the black gunk floating. That was a long night.
How do you clean fuel line? Easy out. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo!